Hey guys, welcome back to Power Apps Learning channel. Today we are going to look at how we can get the tabular data back from the Power Automate to Power Apps. We have seen this already, but we have seen it with the premium connection, which is request response connection. So today in this video we are going to look at how we can do it without using the premium action and using the default action what we have. So, if you want to see how we can use this premium connection or the request connection and the response action to respond back the tabular data, what you will be getting from the SharePoint list or SQL database. So, just refer my another video. I'll be putting the link above. So, just check that video. But this is a paid option. As you can see, this is a premium a connection. So what alternative we have? So we can make use of a default Power Apps respond to Power Apps or flow action. But there is also a limitation in this is what you see on the screen. These are the only types of data type are available which you can send back is text, boolean, file, email, number and date. So there is no direct data type available to send back a array or collection. So that's what we are going to look at, how we can send a collection or array data back to Power Apps from Flow. We will be converting your collection or array into a delimiter separated string and will be sending back as a text. And then in the Power Apps, we'll be processing that string to convert into a collection. So let's move to our demo app. So this is our demo app, and let me just run this. We will first look at the preview of it, and then we will see the details. So I'll just click on this, which will pull the data from the flow, and I have two galleries here. I'll explain in detail. So this is pulling the data from the SharePoint list. So as you can see on the screen, there are two galleries. The first gallery is I'll tell you what it is showing, and this is the second gallery. What you see that we have got the data from the flow, uh, which is a tabular data without using the premium action. So let's see the details of it. So let me just show you the flow or the actions what we have used in the flow, and then we will see the details in the Power Apps how we have processed the string data to convert into a collection. So this is our flow. Again, ideal flow where you have a trigger from Power Apps. You are getting data from your SharePoint list. So here it can be your SQL store procedure or a SQL query, or it can be anything depending on your data source. You will have your actions here. I just have three actions added here to convert the collection into delimiter separated strings. So first we will be having a select action wherein you can define exactly what columns you want from the data which you have got from your data source. You might not want all the columns to be sent back to Power Apps, so you can just select few of them. So here I have just selected four columns here: ID, title, test, and modified date. So you can do use expressions functions to process your data here also. So I'm just converting date time column to date because I just want date to be sent back. The next action what we are using is join action, and in this join we are using the output of select action, and we are joining it with a semicolon. So this will what it will do is it will iterate through all the records and it will combine or concatenate them with the semicolon, and it will generate a single string separated by semicolon. So this will give you the delimiter separated string, and this string you can pass. So let's say here I have a variable, I have created a text variable, and I'm using the output of join function, join action. So that's what you will be doing in the flow. So if I just show you the premium action, so if you see, this response is a premium action. That's why we are looking for the default action what we can use. So if you have, so if you see this, you can use this respond to Power Apps action, and you have all these types. So out of this, we are using a text type. So let me just delete this. And so these are the actions what you need to do or add in the flow. Select, join, and respond to Power Apps. Now let's move to the Power Apps, where on click of this we have these logic written. So this is the line where we are calling the flow. This is our test2 flow. We are calling, we are executing that flow, and we'll be getting this variable. So this will give you the output of the flow. This will give us the string which is semi-comma separated, and we have used split function, and we are splitting these string with the semi-comma. So this split function will give us a collection of the records which we are storing in this flow response variable. Now what we are doing, how we are going to convert this result or string into a collection is, we need to iterate through all the records and save all the column values into a collections. So what you see here is we have used for all function, and we are iterating through all the records. Then we have used collect function. This is our collection object. Now this is the part which you need to take care of, that you need to make use of last, first, and split, last, all these functions you need to make use of to get the like what you see on the screen is, this gallery is bound to flow response dot result, which is we have just split the string with the semi-comma. So you have got the records here which we have bound. Now next action is to split each individual record to get the column names and column values. So ID, title, test column, modified, these you individually, if you want to split and get the column values, you need to split it further. That's what we are doing using for all function. So we are using this inside this collect function. We are splitting the record to get the each and every column value. So if you see this, let me just run this again. So this is one record with all the columns into it, which is a comma separated. So we will be splitting this record further with the comma, and then we'll be splitting it further with this colon to get the column value. Like this, what you see, we'll be splitting it with the comma first, and then we'll be splitting it further with the colon so that you get this column value. So that's what we have done here. If you see, for first we are splitting with comma, and then we are splitting with a colon to get the column value. So as you know what data you need, so we have defined the columns already here. So you already know which column or which data you are expecting from the flow from your SQL DB or SharePoint list. So you can put it here. You can define that column schema here and then get the column values from your comma separated or semi-comma separated string. So I hope it is clear to you how we can combine the collection or the array using select and join action into a comma separated or semi-comma separated string, and then you can process it in the Power Apps to convert it back to the collection which you can bind to the gallery. So you can see this test collection which we have bound to a gallery, and each of the label is bound to the particular column. So if you need, you can just look at the code again. So the main part is splitting part, because here you need to make use of last and first and functions also, to get the exact. You can't use the indexing the way we use indexing in Java and .NET or in any other programming language, that you can use square brackets and just put 0, 1, 2, 3. Here you can't use that, so you have to use because of last and first and functions, where you can specify, I need first value, second value, third value, and fourth value, like this. And then further you can get rid of this quotes, also double quotes. You can just make use of left and right functions, just to trim these double quotes. So yeah, that's it. I hope it is clear to you how we can make use of default Power Apps respond action, where you can just respond back comma separated string and convert it into a collection. So you don't need to make use of response premium connections. So that's it in this video. Let me know if you have any better approach for this. You can anyways add in the comments. Thank you for watching.